Hello everyone, I am Abhishek Kumar and today we are going to study about thermodynamics which comes under the portion of physical chemistry in class 11th. So thermodynamics consists of two words, first is thermo and other is dynamics. Thermo stands for heat and dynamics stands for motion, like movement. So in thermodynamics chapter, we will study about the motion of heat or exchange of heat between different systems or between system and surroundings. So first we will study about what is system and what is surroundings. So suppose there is a vessel, इसके अंदर कुछ गैसेस हैं. नाउ ये हमारा ऑब्जर्व करने का एरिया है, तो ये हमारे लिए सिस्टम है. इसके अलावा जो भी पार्ट्स है दैट इज सराउंडिंग. एंड इन केमिस्ट्री वी से दैट सिस्टम प्लस सराउंडिंग इक्वल टू यूनिवर्स. तो सिस्टम क्या है? जिसको हम ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, जिसको हम इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं, एंड उसके अलावा जो भी पार्ट्स है दैट इज सराउंडिंग्स. Now in chemistry we define there is separation between the system and surrounding and that is called a boundary. So the boundary can be either diathermal or it can be either adiabatic. So what is diathermal and what is adiabatic? So in diathermal boundaries there is a heat exchange between the system and surroundings, but in adiabatic boundaries the boundaries is insulating, that is the delta Q equal to 0. That is there will be not any heat exchange between the system and surrounding. अगर मैं एक जनरल टर्म एग्जांपल लूँ, सपोज एक क्लास चल रहा है, वहाँ पे टीचर्स कोई क्लास ले रहे हैं, तो ये टीचर्स और स्टूडेंट्स जो पूरा क्लास मिल करके जो बना रहे हैं वो हमारे सिस्टम्स हो गया. उसके अलावा जो भी पार्ट्स है वो हमारे लिए सराउंडिंग्स है. तो ये हम एक जनरल टर्म इसको एग्जाम्पल्स से समझ सकते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सिस्टम्स. सो बेसिकली देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ सिस्टम्स वी स्टडी इन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स. फर्स्ट इज ओपन सिस्टम, second is closed type of system, and third is isolated system. Now we will study one by one. First is open system. So in open system there is both mass and energy exchange possible between the system and surroundings. So suppose there is a open vessels. And this is our systems and this is our surroundings. Now if you will heat these vessels, then the liquid or gas will evaporate and this will go into the surroundings. So there is an exchange of mass. And if we consider that this boundary is the diathermal, that is conductive, then heat can also be exchanged between the system and surroundings. So that is open system. Coming to the closed system, in closed system mass cannot be exchanged between the system and surroundings, but energy exchange possible between the system and surroundings. So example of this closed system is, suppose if this vessel is closed, now the mass exchange between this system and surrounding is not possible. But if we consider that this boundary is diathermal, that is conductive, then the heat exchange is possible, that is energy exchange is possible. So this system is closed system. Now next is isolated system. So in isolated system neither mass exchange nor energy exchange possible. So example of isolated system is, suppose in this closed vessel if we assume that the boundary between the system and surrounding is adiabatic, that is heat exchange is not possible, then this is the example of isolated system. यहाँ पे एक इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जाम्पल जो हम देख सकते हैं वो इस टाइप का है. सपोज दिस इज अ वेसल्स एंड हियर सपोज देयर इज अ गैस इनसाइड द वेसल्स, और यहाँ पे सपोज एक पिस्टन है, ये पिस्टन है, और ये जो बाउंड्री है हम एज्यूम करते हैं कि ये बाउंड्री जो है वो एडियाबेटिक है. एडियाबेटिक मीन्स heat exchange is not possible, that is delta Q equal to 0 between the system and surroundings. अब हमें ये बताना है कि ये जो सिस्टम है ये ओपन सिस्टम है, क्लोज सिस्टम है या आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम है. तो सबसे पहले तो ये क्लोज्ड है, दैट मीन्स मास एक्सचेंज इज नॉट पॉसिबल बिटवीन दिस सिस्टम एंड सराउंडिंग। यहाँ पे पिस्टन लगे, मास एक्सचेंज पॉसिबल नहीं है। नाउ some student gets confused that this boundary is adiabatic, so heat exchange is not possible between system and surrounding। तो यहाँ पे कुछ बच्चों को कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है कि ये जो सिस्टम्स है ये आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम है, क्योंकि ना तो मास एक्सचेंज पॉसिबल है ना ही एनर्जी एक्सचेंज पॉसिबल है। बट हमने कहा था एनर्जी एक्सचेंज होना चाहिए इन क्लोज सिस्टम। एनर्जी एक्सचेंज सिर्फ हीट के फॉर्म में नहीं हो सकता है। एनर्जी एक्सचेंज इन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स आइदर इट कैन बी फॉर्म इन ऑफ हीट और वर्क डन। इस केस में क्या हो रहा है, अगर ये गैस एक्सपैंड होगा या फिर कंप्रेस्ड होगा तो ये पिस्टन अप और डाउन मूव करेगा, इससे वर्क डन होगा। तो यहां पे एनर्जी एक्सचेंज हो रहा है बट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वर्क डन। तो ये सिस्टम आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम नहीं है, बट ये सिस्टम क्लोज सिस्टम है, क्योंकि यहां पे एनर्जी एक्सचेंज हो रहा है, मास एक्सचेंज नहीं। नाउ आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज different types of variables of systems. So for any type of system, there are two types of properties or variables. First is extensive, another one is intensive. This is for any general type of system. What is extensive and what is intensive properties? Extensive property is that property of the system which depends on the amount of substance or the size of sample which we have taken. Like हमने कितने सैंपल कलेक्ट किए हैं, हमारे पास कितनी क्वांटिटीज है किसी भी सब्सटेंस का, किसी भी सिस्टम का, अगर उस चीज पे अगर उस प्रॉपर्टी डिपेंड करती है तो वो हमारे एक्सटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टीज है। अगर वो साइज ऑफ सैंपल पे या फिर क्वांटिटी पे डिपेंड नहीं करते हैं तो उस प्रॉपर्टीज को हम इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टीज कहते हैं। एग्जाम्पल, इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टीज का एग्जाम्पल है वॉल्यूम, नंबर ऑफ मोल्स और एनी फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी और हीट, ये सारे अमाउंट पे डिपेंड करेंगे, दैट इज क्वांटिटी पे डिपेंड करेंगे। नाउ इन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स वी स्टडी डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ एनर्जी लाइक एंथैल्पी, एंट्रोपी, इंटरनल एनर्जी, गिब्स फ्री एनर्जी। These are all the properties which comes under extensive properties. So we can say that enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs free energy, and internal energy. These are some properties which comes under the extensive category. Now coming to the intensive properties. So intensive properties which does not depends on the amount of substance. So intensive properties will be temperature, pressure, we can say refractive index, temperature, pressure, refractive index, viscosity and density. These are the properties which comes under the intensive. Another one is specific heat capacity. What is specific heat capacity? So specific heat capacity is the amount of heat which is required for any system to raise the temperature by 1 degree centigrade for a unit mass. And what is heat capacity? Heat capacity is extensive properties. Why? Because heat capacity is the amount of heat which is required to raise the temperature by 1 degree centigrade of that quantity which is given in the system. So that amount of heat will depend on the amount, that is heat capacity. But if we talk about a specific heat capacity, that is joule per kg per degree centigrade, that is intensive properties. Now our next topic is state variables. Let us see what is state variable or state functions. State variables or state functions. State functions. Let us see. State variable are those set of variable which define the state or any conditions of a system. Suppose we say that there is a gas whose pressure is 1 atm, temperature is suppose 27 degree centigrade, and suppose volume is 400 ml. So this is the one state of a system, and these are all the state variables of this gas or this system. Now if we say that the change of a state, that is, if we change either pressure or temperature or volume, then we will say that there is a change of state of this system. Now we will see that what are those variables which come under state variables. So first is pressure, second is temperature, third is volume, fourth is number of moles, fifth is internal energy, sixth is enthalpy, seventh is entropy, and other 8 is Gibbs frequency. These are the state variables which we will study in the thermodynamics chapter one by one. We will study all enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs free energy, and internal energy. Now, one property of state variable is that the change of a state variable is only depending upon the initial and the final positions. It does not depend on the which path is taken during the change. This is the property of state variable. Suppose this is a PV curve. This is one point. This is another point. Suppose here pressure is P1 and volume is P1. And suppose here pressure is P2 and volume is V2. Now from here to here, suppose one process is like this. This is a change of state from this state to this state. Another process is suppose like this. This is another process. But the change in the state, that is, if we will say that change in the pressure, or we will say that a change in the volume, in both cases change will be the same of the state variable. So we will, if we will say that you have to find the change in enthalpy, or you have to find change in entropy, then in both cases, that is case 1 and case 2 will be same. This is the state variable. Another type of variable is the path variable. Path variable is that type of variable which depends on the which path we have taken. And under path variable, there is two variables, that is heat and work, or you can say energy. This is under the path variables. Now in this case, work done in both the process will be different, because this is path variable. It will depends on the which path taken during the change of state. But the change in the state variable, like change in enthalpy, change in entropy, will be same in these two cases. So that is difference between the state variable and the path variable. Now we can see, suppose there is a cyclic process. What is cyclic process? In cyclic process, in cyclic process, the initial and the final state will be the same. Suppose this is PV curve. In the cyclic process, change in the state variable will be 0, but work done or heat exchange will not equal to 0, because it will not depend on the initial and final state. It depends on the path which we have taken. So this is the difference between the state variable and path variable. So that's all from my side. Thank you everyone.